morning, my friends. Today we're going to do something a little unique, and I'm going to use this mold and this mold to do it. I want to make eyes for my plants. Okay, so let's get started. I think I'm going to use these two big ones first, and I think I'll use these next. Get my butter wrapper out because we got to mix some color. And actually I want to make, should do this in that little pot thing. Hey, oh well. But I don't want to have to clean up, so I'm going to use the butter wrapper. I know, terrible. I'm going to make purple eyes. Why not? I'm going to take some mica powder. Ooh, definitely didn't want to do that right there. Oh well. Isn't that a pretty purple? Love that purple. All right, I want to make it a little bit stronger because I'm going to dilute it inside the mold, I believe. I'm going to add a little bit to the mold and then put this thin layer on this. All right, let's start with a clear on the bottom. Why? Because it cures better. Oh. It also gives it a dimensional look. And I'm going to just use this to spread it out because it's okay if it's not 100% clear. Because that's going to be on top of it anyways. But I do want to make sure I get it all the way to the edges. Just like that. I got an air bubble. We'll take the lighter and pop any air bubbles. So. All right, should be going to the gym today, but I haven't made a video in a long time, and did go Monday. Then I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, and blood work yesterday, and yeah, so much fun. And I'm making Mica beans. Yeah, I had never heard of them until my son gave me a jar that he had cooked and canned. Oh my gosh, those are so good. They are from Peru? I don't know, somewhere in South America. It's also the beans that, the Mexican refried beans. That's the beans they use in that. It is a type of butter bean. So I think I'll use it instead of the Great Northern. And yesterday I learned that Great Northerns, which I make my bean soup out of, is a butter bean. Who knew? I've been poo-pooing all kinds of southern beans down here. I have not even tried their butter beans. I have tried their black-eyed peas, and they're disgusting. There's no flavor to them, and they're just, yeah. Okay. They're going to cook all day long. And then I'm going to put them in jars and can them. Okay, let me show you a pair of eyes that I've started. They're different shape. Okay, these are going to be blue eyes with a little green speckles in it. And they are pale, which is fine. Are they? Nope, they're out of focus there, right there. And what we're going to do is, let me show you one I did. Normally don't show you anything until the finished product till the end, but look at these. Are they not adorable? Look at that. Now these, I think I'm going to go this direction instead of that. And then put the little white dots in the bottom. Okay, that needs to be put under the light again. But I just used black marker for the black. And then white paint. Just, this is appleberry plaid. Yeah. But I just thought those were so cute. And they look really great. They're in my Christmas cactus. And so every time you walk by, it's like looking at you, going, hmm. Okay. Those have been cured, so let's put a layer of purple on them. Oh, drizzled. Don't want to drizzle. Don't want to drizzle. You need to go back and forth, back and forth. That's why if I use those little cups, it'd probably work better, because then I just take the cup and pour it, right? Hindsight. Ooh, almost put it in the wrong one. I was at Walmart Monday, and I was over in the craft section, and I came across some floral wire. Here, let me show you. This right here, floral wire something. It's 20 gauge wire, which is a good weight, and there's 30 of them in here, and they're 18 inches long. Anyways, 30 of them in that package was $1. It was on clearance, and I'm going, you know what? That would make great stems for my plant eyeballs. I don't know if plant eyeballs is the technical term for it, but that's what we're using, because, I mean, it's our world. We can call things whatever we want to call them, right? All right. Let's see, what else has been going on? Our church is in the process of getting a new pastor, because our old pastor got a bigger church and a pay raise, and we let him go with our blessing, him and his family. Not that we could have held him hostage or anything, but he was with us for 8 years, and that's a long time in a Methodist church. Now, some Baptist church, you know, you go in there and you die when you know, that's how you get out of that gig. But usually, history, the Methodist church, you know, 4 years, the pastor moves on. And then, of course, COVID hit and everything stopped, and they realized, you know what? Not moving pastors all the time, it might be a good thing. And then, of course, we changed denominations from United Methodist to Global Methodist. So, yeah, all new things. They don't just send us a pastor. We have to interview and, you know, yeah. So, we think we're at the last stages, because there is a pastor we like really well. She's never been a senior pastor. She's been associate pastor for years. And yeah. So that will be fun. As we both learn. Because every pastor that's ever come to our church has left totally different than when they came. So I used to say, yeah, we've ruined a lot of good pastors, but that's not true. We're just, you know, it's a good place to learn. We have, I don't know, 100, I don't know, about 100 membership. I don't know if membership is the right word. We have 100 people who come. Not everyone comes every Sunday, because we got a lot of young people, but that's okay. And then we've, of course, some of the older people, they only can come when the weather's good, or when they're not sick, or grandchildren, or other, you know, life. So anyways, it's a pretty healthy church, in that, you know, we don't have a lot of issues that some churches have, you know. We're not fighting over the carpet color. So if we can get past this one thing and get our pastor in place, we'll be good to go for a while. Oh, we need a youth pastor. Anybody want to be a youth pastor? Anyways. All right, let's cook that, and cure that and be back. Okay, while we're waiting for that to cure. Let's go ahead and do these eyeballs. I'm thinking I'm going to do them in the orange. I thought pink. And I said, pink eyes? I don't know. We'll think about it. But that orange is pretty. So let me, again, do a bottom coat with the clear. And these are just earring molds. So when you've got molds and you're going, well, I don't know what I've already made a bunch of these. Think outside the box. Think about what else you could do with them. A friend who does not wear earrings. She goes, I wish I could wear earrings. I asked her, I go, have you tried, thought about ear cuffs? Because you don't need to have pierced ears for that. And she goes, what are they? But she loves plants. So I am thinking I will make her some plant eyeballs. Not sure if it's just outdoor plants or house plants she likes. I love outdoor plants. I kill a lot of house plants. Poor Grandpa Jr. is surviving, barely. And then I have a couple of avocado trees, bushes, whatever. They're saplings, I guess they are, because they're very small. They're only, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet tall, where they will grow into a full tree. I'm hoping. All right. And there's our orange. And we don't need as much for these as what we did for the bigger ones, because these are so much smaller. All right. Oh, I need to put that under the light and secure it. I was ready to go full force there. But meanwhile, these here, come on. These here have cured enough so that we can put the next layer on them. Okay, let's put those under the light thing. And now we got to decide how we want to do the eyes on these. Ooh, they're nice and hot. There's a couple ways we could do them. We could, ooh, I kind of like that idea. Something just popped into my head. Ooh, I have an air bubble right there. That's okay. That's okay. We are going to live with that. What if I did like either this one or maybe, no, I'll do the brown one. Let me just fill it, since we're curing this anyway, it's going to put that in there. And I don't want it very deep, just a little bit. And you're going, well, why would you do that? Why don't you just, because I'm going to color it black. I'm terrible about getting things round, I can paint a whole picture, but I can't draw a straight line. Understand? Yeah. So people think because you can do one craft or one thing fairly okay, then you can do it all. No, it is not the truth. Not the truth, not the truth. Okay. I need to put a clear coat on this, but I want to put the eyeballs there thing first. And I need to paint those black. So much going on, huh? And I got to do something with that there because I put purple in it. So maybe I'll just make a pair of earrings with some of that purple because, I already got purple in there. And we do make earrings too. We do. Yeah, we do. All right. Just fill it up enough. Uppity. Oh, no, 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 no. I got resin on the hilt of my what is this called? Squeegee thing. Yeah. And yes, I have a cross sitting here for any messes or any leftovers or whatever. All right, let's now take a paper towel, clean that off down there, and I'm going to clean this, like this on the, because I don't want to waste any of this. And you know, anything you can put in the crosses are really any garbage leftover resin type stuff. Since I give them away, it's a win-win. I mean, I give it away so somebody else can enjoy it, and it makes unique gifts, because every cross is different, because you know they're accidents basically. You know, they're garbage. You know, there's nothing planned. It's like, oh, we got resin, let's put a little bit in, and when we get more, we'll put more in. Okay. Now I got to make sure I get about the same amount of purple, because you don't want one being darker than the other. Swirl, 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 swirl. Get a squirrel. Oh, it's not a squirrel, it's a swirl. All right. And I'm not really picking up much mica powders at all. They're just whatever's with the wet stylus here. Okay, I'm also going to add some sparkle to that. A little bit of sparkle. We like sparkle. All right, let's right there. And I'm going to put it towards the bottom. Like that. Because who doesn't like sparkle? Yeah. All right. Now, the problem is getting glitter off my stylus, off my squeegee. Because just like picking it out of the thing, because it sticks to this, it also sticks to it when you want to clean it off. All right. There. Might have more purple in it. I don't know. We're not going to worry about it. We are going to put it back under the light. Okay. Let's put this under. Cure that. Okay, these here, see? All nice and cured. Let's clean that purple off, because we're going to do and cover the glitter. Always cover your glitter. Because glitter is, yeah. All right, let's turn this around so that we ain't traveling too far. And let's do. I do like this orange color. It's a really pretty color. When I was a kid, I hated orange. I did. I thought it was an awful color. And couldn't figure out why they would, you know, people would even use the orange, especially like a red orange, a brick red type thing. And but now the right orange is really pretty. Brick red is still not my favorite color, but I don't actively hate it anymore. And when I first started going with my husband, his favorite color was red. I'm going, why? But if you ask him now, he'll tell you it's blue. And I had nothing to do with that. He just matured that way himself. I'm innocent. All right. That's good. All down around. Do you want it thicker than that? No, I don't think so. I think that will be good. All right. Let's put that under the light. Oops, nope, I got a missing spot there. Now let's look at it. Look, look, look. Let's turn sideways. And if you tilt the mold, it will usually catch any spots that's you kind of missed. Because this is a thin layer, there is, I may need to, no. All right, gotta clean up. I'll be back. Okay, somehow I got some of this orange on the table here and put my hand in it. So you have to clean it up immediately. I used alcohol ink. First of all, I wiped every bit off with a paper towel. Then I used alcohol ink, sprayed me down, wiped it in, and I'm clean. Okay, you should wear gloves for this. All right, I just have issues with gloves, but you should definitely wear gloves. You know, do as I suggest, not as I do. Unfortunately, yeah. Isn't that being a hypocrite? Shut up. All right, let me pull these out because I forgot to. All right, put these under the light, let them cure. All right, what are we gonna do with these? I'll flip them over first. And I put the marker away. Okay, let's go ahead and blacken these eyes. It's gonna take a couple layers because it's got to dry in between. But this is just a Sharpie marker. It's not, I think I may need a new marker. All right, there we go. See, told you I was going to get black. And again, alcohol. Just rubbing alcohol takes it down pretty much. I mean, okay, we're going to let those cure. Let's go ahead and take these out. Check out our earrings. Ask purple. Put them back under the light because you always, once you've cured them in the mold, you want to put them back under. Let them cure under the light again. Okay, let's talk these here. Do we like these little ones here? I don't know. Here, let's take these out of the mold because, like I said, we're going to have to put them back under. See a little bit of, I didn't get, can you see? I don't know if you can see. It should be very flat there, but for some reason, I think my light's getting weak. I hate to even think that because they're expensive. I'm not sure if you can replace the bulbs in them. I don't know. Anyways, this needs to be clean. If these are too small and we could make the eyes out of these here and just put them in that. Don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it until it's been cured, cleaned, whatever. All right, I'll be back. Okay, let's work some more on blackening the eye. And you could do both sides if you didn't feel it was dark enough or it was wiping off. I did go get a different marker. I think the other one's running out. I think it's getting dry. This one's covering a lot better. All right. Again, clean your fingers afterwards. Or not. When you do dishes, they'll clean up. And don't worry about the open spot there because you're going to put a white dot in them anyways. So, and again, and the spray bottle I got at the Dollar Tree, When I got it, I think I paid $1 for it. And everything's gone up, as my son calls it, the $1.25 tree. A lot of things now were $1.50, and yeah, they definitely have raised a lot of their prices. Right. Yeah, I got a lot more on me this time than I did last time. Okay. All right, those are drying. Those are curing. These here, to put the eyes in that, I am actually going to use the tape on the back. If I can find the end. There it is, right there. Use some scissors, cut it. Oh, I got purple. What I cut that was purple? I don't know. I got a lot of purple on that. All right. Now I'm just going to I think I want them. I have to figure out where I want the eyes. Or I could do this. You know, like that there. So it's looking kind of sideways. Oh, I don't know. Because we are also going to join these two together while they're on the tape. Here, I want to turn them over. Turn them over. All right. Let's just have them looking straight down. Looking sad, looking down. Okay. And I'm covering the holes because I'm going to fill these holes right here with resin. Oops. Well, don't tape it to the surface down there. Okay. And don't have any wrinkles. All right, I'm going around the edge where the hole is so it doesn't leak underneath the hole. All right. Again, I taped it to the, all right, and go. Okay, now, again, I'm just gonna fill it with clear because we're going to use the marker again to make these black. These are the pupils of the eye. Just fill it in. Okay. Take the lighter, get rid of that air bubble right there. And we're going to put it under the light. We'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully my phone's done being a jerk. I fully charged it. And now I should have cleaned this first, huh? Yeah. That's the good thing about silicone. Once the resin's cured, it'll just come right off. These are the eyeballs we put under the thing to cure. Let's put these here. We gotta figure out where we want the little dots to be. All right, on this pair, I am not going to tape them. I'm just going to go ahead and line them up where we think we want them. Line the little eye things up. And just put the clear resin on. Okay. Need a toothpick. And we're just going to smear it around. And okay. Go put that in the puddle there. Fill that little eye hole in. Come on. Bum 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 bum. Probably should use the squeegee, huh? Yep, probably should. Let's use this one here. that on top. Squeeze it all the way around. Anyways. Yep, my phone kept shutting off on me. I don't know why. I was charging it at the same time I was using it, so I said, all right, let me walk away. Let it finish charging without using any of the battery, and we'll see if that makes a difference. I think I got more on this side than I do on that side. All right, let's put a little eye hole down that way. We want to all right, right about that, right about there. Okay. Bring that down a little bit more, down a little bit more. Does it look like, yeah, looks about right there. I do want a little bit more resin on this side and a drop right there. Okay. I'm going to hit this with a lighter because I see a lot of air bubbles. There's one, there's some, there. Okay. Now I'll probably have to put another coat on, so I know that there's spots that aren't covered real well. Okay, I think I got them. All right, let's put that under the light. Let's look at it go like this with the light hitting it. You can usually see any spots that need more. All right. You know what I was thinking of is for the eyes here, taking a Q-tip and some black paint and just painting the black on it. And I'll use the butter wrapper here. All right, this is again the Appleberry Plaid Company, and I just need a dot of that. Got a Q-tip. Now we got to decide where we want the eyes. I know that pair look this way, but you know what? I think that's the same I'm going to do here. All right, let's go here, there. A little bit bigger on that one. And we want them a little oblong, I think. Now these are going to have to dry for quite a while because it is paint. As you can see, they're not very rounded. Okay. Oh, that's better equal. I mean, it's still not perfect, but it's better than it was. So we're going to put that away and let it dry. When it dries, I'm going to put a couple of drops of white paint on them to give it that little light reflecting thing. And then we will put a resin coat on it and finish that up. Put them together. All right, let's bring our thing here. It's got resin here. It's also got an air bubble, but that's okay. Take our black marker and we're just going to go around it, just kind of round that teardrop shape. Okay. All right, we're gonna let those dry. And then I'm going to flip it over and do the other side also, but I will finish this side first. You see these little green dots in here? They were actually, when I pulled the green eyes that I have, that I showed you that were done. Yeah, these were left in the mold. They were still wet. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to pour another over top of it and see what kind of effect it gives. And it's kind of a cool effect. I like it. All right. All right, now I said that we have to do the white dots. And, oh, I said I was going to do it this way. I want to know, like a sad expression. Kind of droopy dice. All right, so I'm going to take white. And instead of using a Q-tip, I'm going to use a toothpick. And just take a dot of it. And we're going to put one there. One there. I'm going to make it a little bigger. A little bigger. Now, a little dot behind underneath it. You can do more than one dot if you want. You can do a couple, but it gives it a more of a depth if you do two. All right, now we gotta let that dry. As soon as that's dry, then we can put a coat of the resin. The resin, it's right there. Resin on it. All right. Let's pull these out. See how they're doing. All right. Let's flip it over. All right, this is going to be the back side. Oops. Obviously. So before I put the white dots on, which we're going to have to let dry, of course, I want to add the wire. Now this wire is fairly flimsy, so I'll show you what I do with that. Okay, I'm using the step tool, and I'm going to find the center of this. When I just put those two together, bring it down here, and I think I'm going to use that there, and pinch it, push against it this way, pull it that way, and voila, we have a little loop. That loop will resin onto the back of that. Now let's, whoops, let me put that back on because I want to take and bend this one that way. And bend this one that way so that they're going straight up like that. All right, now I need another pair of pliers and I'll be right back. Okay. Now I'm going to hold these right there and I'm going to pull those away like that and twist. Here, let me move that out of the way. I don't want to mess anything up here. Oops, come on. Keep a nice spread on those. They don't want to, and I got worried because this right here is a wire cutter and we don't want it down into the wire cutter. All right, and what I'm just doing, keep them spread and twist. Keep spread and twist. And what this is doing is doubling up that wire and making it stronger. And I'm going to go down the whole length of it. And I'll be back. Okay, I've got it all done. If you want, you could actually take and put a spiral down here so when it goes into the plant, into the dirt, it has a bigger base to hold it. You don't have to do that. You can just use it as a straight up skewer type thing that goes in the ground. Okay, we are going to adhere our wire to our eyeballs. And the way we do that is just put a little drop here. It also reinforces the connection of the two eyeball things together. Let's put it right up in there. Good. All right. Do I have my flashlight here? No. Since I don't want to move that really, I've got a UV flashlight right here. My sister gave me one. She's so sweet. I actually have two, because after she gave me one, I was at Hobby Lobby and they were at 50%. So it was like $4. I'm going, hey, you can always use more than one. So anyways, if you got a little thing you just want to cure, or if you don't want to move whatever it is you got, because we don't want this come out of place, this right here is a good alternative. Could you do a whole project with one? I guess. Would I want to? No. All right, let's put that under. As you can see, it is attached now, but I want it under the UV light for a longer period of time. Make sure it's good and attached, good and hard. All right, let's go ahead and finish the back up here. Go another layer here. Just, did I need to really do another layer on the back? Probably not. I just like it to look more uniform because I have that there. And I'm just painting this down, painting it down. A little bit of schmutz there. Don't know what that's from, but right. Let's see. Got some air bubbles, and I got some dry spot right there. This side needs a little more. There. Spread that around. Also put an air bubble in it. Yeah. Not that it matters because it's on the back, but you know, if you're gonna, you can clean it up, clean it up. Okay. Later again. Get rid of that air bubble right. Come on. Air bubble right there. Okay, those are all good. And it's still missing a little bit of resin right here. All right, that's better. So let's put this under and cure it. And we'll be back. Okay, so the paint's all dry. I need to do some white paint here. And, ooh, it's not all dry. There, all right. Let's go there, there, a little bit more there. Can make them even. Even. Okay, now just a little dot here. There. Ta-da. Okay. I had white paint all over my hand, and I have paint here. So I don't have any water right here, but I got alcohol. Let me just clean it up with alcohol. There we go. When we have a mess, clean up the mess. I just noticed the paint there, so I cleaned it up. All right. I also need to put little white dots on this guy. So let's put one right here and one right here. Okay. Make it a little bit more. All right. And ooh, that's more than I really wanted, but I think I like it. It's okay. All right. So those two have to dry. This one's done, so I can add the top resin on that. These whites, the whites of the eyes, I've gotta cure. Let me take this. Put this under here. Ta-da! All right. It'll make it easier to move it. So a puddle there and a puddle there. And toothpick. I almost said toothbrush. When going over the white paint or any paint, make sure that you don't scrape it up when if you're using a toothpick. And you want it to, yeah. All right, let me grab a second toothpick because I am right now stuck to the tape. There. All right. Alrighty. I really like these eyeball things. I think they're so cute. If I do another sale for Peaches to Beaches or before Christmas or whatever, I'll probably make some more of these, and because they're fun to make. I know you're supposed to be doing jewelry, New Life jewelry creation. Well, it is a jewelry mold. How's that? So and I did make that one pair of well, they're not earrings yet because I haven't put the earring wires in them, but they're ready for that. All right, let's go across there, make sure that we increase that strength of that bond. Air bubbles. All right, let's set that down there. Get the lighter. Hey, my lighter lit first thing. All right. Now let me look at it in the. All right, let's put that under. Let that cure. All right. Oh, he's so adorable. Isn't he adorable? What have I got? I gotta do another layer on top because the white has not been done. The back's fine unless I mess it up. So as soon as that white paint is dry, we can put a coat of him on and he will be done. That's, you know, kind of a boring thing to do, but, and then these here, once I've done a clear layer on the top here, then I'm going to turn them over and do the back, and at the same time put a wire in it. Now these I will probably attach right here. I don't know. Oh, I could have them tilted this way. That would be kind of cute too. We'll have to see. I probably shouldn't have put the white dots in them until we knew exactly which way the guy's looking, but live and learn, right? All right, we'll be back. Okay, folks, here are the three that we made. Three different shapes, very unique. My personal one that sits in Grandpa Jr., who is my Christmas cactus. He's not with us, but he's standing guard against the plants. But these are the teardrop, these are the round, these are the oval. I'm not sure I'm loving this one. It's different. I do like that one. And I think I like this one better flipped over, where it's looking down and not looking up. Anyways, this is Bethany with New Life Jewelry Creations. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.